What's up, my friends? Thank you for joining me on this lovely Wednesday afternoon. We're going to discuss some Arknights Enfield a little bit today. And I can tell you that in patch 1.0, I found myself starting to quickly get bored with things. And as I've progressed further into the 1.1 region, Wuling, Qingbo, whatever it's called, it's beautiful. I must say, they kicked it up a notch, and all reports are that this game is actually that they're planning on 1.2 being an even bigger patch, with more changes and bigger region to come. We'll have to see when more information becomes available that is credible. There's still a lot of directions that they could go with this game, but I have to say that I am a lot more encouraged than I was, say, 2 weeks ago with the direction of Arknights Enfield. The new character, Tang Tang, seems like she's, I don't know, she's pretty cool. She's pretty unique. She actually reminds me of Chiana from Farscape. Just her mannerisms and the way she contorts her body, and it's a breath of fresh air to see character that we're not just getting the same old resleeve, reskin of, you know, Genshin Impact, which was a reskin of Breath of the Wild. Look, there she is.
Perhaps we can lend a hand too. Nice. I'm sure that we just need to pour some clean water into the mechanism there, then the bridge moves. Think we can use leak water? Here, take these filling bottles and fill them up with water.
I can't figure out what her accent is supposed to be, but that's okay. I don't care. Anyway, let's see. Okay. You know, I will say that there's still too many mechanics that are annoying me. They just keep throwing more stuff at you, and like, I'm fine with learning a couple different new things per game when I start a new game, but I will say that like when I started playing Wuthering Waves, because I'd already had the experience of playing Genshin for a year, it was like within a couple days I understood everything. And while I appreciate some new and novel concepts, the factory stuff is not really my cup of tea. So, at any rate, okay, select empty container. Is that what I do? Okay. Boom. Yeah. And for the most part, I think a lot of it is pretty self-explanatory, or once you figure it out, you can do it. But like, I actually do appreciate that as I've gotten a little further into, like the second main region of the game, I'm not being forced to continuously go back to the base and do a bunch of bullshit. And it looks like if I wanted to make life easier on myself, I could, but I don't have to. And that's what I've asked for all along is, you know, it would be nice to have a kind of thing where it's like, if you want to, then sure. So, and they want me to do pour 10 units in. Okay. If you want to go nuts with, you know, the factory element of it, then by all means, but to make it not be mandatory is all that I'm asking for. So anyways, but this region is beautiful. It really is. I have a question though. was Levitane in the main story in 1.0 and I just missed her? Well, because I don't remember ever coming across this character. Or some of them just not in the main quest. You would think the limited characters would be. We did meet Yvonne. I randomly bumped into Gilberta on the Dijon spaceship, but it was not in quest related at all. It was like, hey, here's a gift I can offer you. So I think that was just, I believe all your characters just wander around the ship and you can give them gifts to build trust with them, which in turn does allow you to upgrade some of their skill set. And let's look and see, because I gave her some gifts. I think I gave Yvonne some gifts too. And oh yeah, she needs gear. Boy, building even one team is such a pain in the balls though with this team. And so but let's see here actually with the ability matrix. Some of this is locked behind trust. Reach 20% trust. See, yeah. Intellect plus 10.
Give me a proper challenge.
Reach 50%. Trust is currently 20. Let's see what... Yeah, I gave Gilberta a bunch of gifts. Let's see what her trust level is at. Reach 100% trust. Oh, I need to promote her to E3 to unlock. Requires the ruby bullet. So a lot of the materials to ascend characters up to level 80 and 90 are, or all of them are locked behind this region. And so and the thing is, this is one of 3 games that I stream on a regular basis, so it has been hard for me to fully keep up. And that's why I'm a little bit farther behind than maybe some streamers that are just doing Arknights. I've seen a lot of streamers throwing shade on Arknights though, and predicting that this game is just going to be one that goes by the wayside. I kind of disagree. I'm really liking this game so far. I did make the comment that this game, I'm not getting maybe the exact same like almost buzz that I got the first, 50 hours or so that I played of Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves, but I definitely am having a good time with it. And so I would, after spending probably 50 hours playing this game, I would recommend it. I would recommend this game to people that are looking to scratch that gacha itch and get something that's a little bit different than your standard Genshin style gacha game. The exploration is still phenomenal in this game. The combat is a lot of fun. It is novel, and it has enough similarities with the aforementioned games that if you have played those games, that you have element types and you have reactions and you have team synergy and it requires it requires a deal of understanding. That is for sure. But it is doable. Look at her ultimate. This is really cool. Reminds me of Gion when Gion's ultimate was first debuted and Wuwa was like, holy shit. We had never seen anything like that before in modern gacha gaming. Levitane has a similar type of deal where she just goes absolutely ballistic when you hit her ult.
Possibly the Landbreakers.
One of my main complaints is that the rotations are a little bit quirky. This game, the energy regen is super slow, and maybe that's just because I don't have 5-star gear, which is the equivalent of artifacts, on them yet. They're all using 4-star, just because my characters are still level 60 and 70. Weapons are level 80. So we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting to the parts of the map that actually do feature the materials that we need.
Don't worry, you're safe now. Oh, your clothes. Are you from the city?
Graphics are wonderful in this game, though.
From the city? You don't look like the others around here either. Are you new as well? Don't be silly. Qing's been with us for years, since she left the Wooling City. Qing, you made a really clever move. How'd you figure out to bring everyone here for shelter?
Her accent.
Emergency survival tactics at the Tension Bureau. That's our delicate beat. Never fails to impress.
The main story has been pretty cool so far. I've enjoyed myself playing through the main quest. Have not gotten bored of it yet. All right, gang. What do we got? One more to go. The little slimes are attacking the village. Is that what we're dealing with? Is there any treasure, though? That's the real question. This is what we need. Oh, no, it's over there. Levitating can deal some fucking damage, that's for sure. Get that, she can absolutely nuke somebody from across the battlefield.
Bro, I'm here.
Stone Fang.
The food's safe, so yeah,
Didn't I tell you to lay up the thing hunting Lily?
our food supplies are running low. I'm fin of the waves after all. Gotta do something for the fam. Plus, this water flows from our ancestral spring.
You're heard. Try not to talk so much.
Big bro, think the Mooling City clowns are behind all this? Don't say that too soon. Everyone here's been ruined by those Mooling City fools, so I'm skeptical.
Stonefei, go with the younger dame and help look after the others.
Okay.
Help
big
look
bro.
after the others.
Good thing we moved fast. Honestly, when I took you in, I just wanted some free labor to help with stock and chores. Didn't expect you to rescue my fam, fix the bridge, and take those splatters. Gotta admit, you're really good. No. We were just...
Anna's right. We all know what this world is like. Not many have shown us such kindness.
Oh wow, they're getting along now.
Such is the belief of Entfield.
I must say that the MC of this game is probably my least favorite, though. Lumine and Rover are I love both of them. And this main character is just the most bland ever. Why couldn't you just make the main character like really cool? And bro, if you gave me a gacha game where the main character wasn't a sword character, I would play the game just based on that. If they were like a catalyst or a pole arm or something, or pistols. It's like a unique touch, right?
Oh wow, maybe we went a little overboard with the act. It's a surprising development to get local backing.
Chief, we found them.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It does tell a really interesting story.
They're trapped at a small reef, hiding from the splatters.
Pretty easy to follow, not like so absurd that you're like, what the fuck is going on? As long as you don't skip a lot of dialogue, which I do sort of have a problem with that, but it's really just I do have a tendency to get worn out when the pacing is really bad. So far with this game, the pacing hasn't been super bad because you don't find yourself locked in too often to the special story modes where you're like, fuck, I can't do anything. So quickly, I guess I can break down the tediousness and frustration with character building. Not that this is new to gacha. All the games are like this, but with your promotions, which is basically ascending the character at certain level caps, you need these things. So you'll start with pink bullet, which are like mushrooms, right? And then red bullet, and then ruby bullet. And each one is locked behind a new map. You can also grow them in a grow chamber on your ship, but essentially you're not going to be able to grow them if you have not reached that part of the quest yet. So by the time you're able to grow them, you're already able to farm them in the wild. So it doesn't really help that much. For your the leveling of your battle skills or abilities, you're going to need these things called Calcodendra, there's Chrysodendra, and then there is, what are these called, Vitrodendra. And again, each one is located, so the Calcodendra you can find in the very first region of the game. There's actually a growth of them that's literally right by the hub base. And then the Chrysodendra is going to be in the origin load spring, which is like the third area that you visit on your travels. And then the Vitrodendra, oops, I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay. And then the Vitrodendra is going to be in Wuling, the second main region of the game. Then you have your weapon, of course. You want to make sure your weapon is leveled up. So let's see here. For that, we have Chalconyx, Oronyx, and Umbronyx. And again, all located in those same three regions. And basically, you're going to find spots on the map, and they're going to look like this. So there's the Umbronyx, and so you know that you can come find it, and you can farm them. There's usually between 5 and 10 of them, depending on what the material is. And once you farm it, it will then take several days actually to completely replenish at max capacity. And so this game really does only allow you to build like 1 or 2 characters at a time. And so to build 1 full team, let alone 2 full teams, is going to take you a few weeks probably, unless you are playing the game day in and day out, just nonstop. But even still, the material is time gated in the way that it respawns. And let's see, am I missing anything? Gear assembly also is very important. That is basically going to be your artifacts with these. So we have look, these are the 5 stars, which I'm not able to use yet. Once I ascend the characters here soon, I'll be able to. Right now I'm locked to level 4. And how you will build these is you will need these components that you there's a couple ways you can, but basically you will build these components, and the Valley stock bills. And how you will get these Valley stock bills is by let's see, is by finding and rescuing these outposts who you will then start trading with, and your Originium, which is one of the first things that you'll start mining very, very early on in the game. You will basically have an unlimited supply of that once you set up a mining rig, and then you can just max out trade, and then every day or so, or maybe twice a day, you can come back and trade all of your Originium and get a good 13 or 14,000 Valley stock bills. For reference, each piece is going to cost you almost 10,000 Valley stock bills to assemble. So again, to even craft one set of gear for one of your characters is quite pricey. So yeah, I've got 4-star gear on all my characters right now, and then once I'm able to get 5-star gear, my God, that's going to take forever, right? Because I'm going to have to start from scratch again. I do love that. I do, often miss the simplicity of Genshin, where I just, once I'm able to use 5-star artifacts, I can just, I can recycle the 4-star artifacts into the 5 stars, which is cool. So, anyways, this game has its pros and it has its cons, just like any. Whoa.
Open the sluice?
Looks like we need to get the bamboo rafts floating.
All that ducking probably shut their brains off.
Yeah.
Guess they forgot to be trapped too.
So, yeah, look, this region is cool. Look at it. It's just, we haven't quite seen, I mean, Wuthering Waves has great graphics in its own way. This game I certainly haven't experienced as much in the way of latency and graphics issues, frame rate issues, insufficient wool. Oh, I need wooling stock bill. Okay, see, and that's another thing. Get a new region, there's all new shit you need to do. And see, look, here's a mining rig we can set up there. Anyways, yeah, but I am impressed. I'm impressed with the graphics here, for sure. And it does also have its own system of similar to the Hydroculus, the Oculus in Genshin. These are called Orleans, and you find them and submit them to these waypoint areas right there, and you get pulls as rewards. One of the more frustrating elements thus far is that the only endgame mode that is available right now, and it's not even showing on the events page right now. You can go to it, but it's you just go to the base, the main base, the hub base, or whatever it's called, and you can find it there. Well, they are not giving pulls as rewards, either standard or limited pulls. There are no pulls as rewards, which is quite frustrating, because if we're not going to give pulls as rewards, then what are we doing, right? What are we doing? So yeah, it's quite frustrating, but what can you do, right? So anyways, I have my things I love about this game. I have some things that I would change if I were in charge, but I'm not in charge. So, make up your mind based on you know, the information in front of you. There are so many games now to choose from in the gacha sphere. It's not as wide open as it once was. Oh, there's one of those Orleans. It is not as wide open as it once was. We've got several new games coming out. Neverness to Everness is coming out in the next month. Seven Deadly Sins, I believe, just debuted. Duet Night Abyss just folded. And I sure hope this game doesn't fold, because I think that it has a ton of potential. And my hope is that the devs will listen to some constructive criticism and make the necessary changes to make this game more accessible for the average player that doesn't want to do all the extra nonsense. This can be quite an enjoyable game, I think, if there were just a couple small changes made. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the direction is that they decide they want to go, and then, you know, we'll have to decide if that's a path that we want to follow, or if we want to take our time and money elsewhere. So with that in mind, thank you all for joining me today. Please make sure to subscribe and go follow me on Twitch at real_Alprazoman. We're doing a giveaway. We are giving away a copy of your favorite character from a gacha game of your choice that's on banner right now or in the near future. You can find the link for that in the description. So thanks a lot, guys. Have a good one.